Landscape of the Soul. It is by Nathalie Taweri. Oh, Landscape of the Soul, it means paintings, paintings of inner sight. We have to start from page number 36. Uh, yes, dear students. Dear students, you know, in this chapter, Chinese art is compared with European art. There are two stories about Chinese art, one story about European art. You know, Europeans want a perfect likeness. In Asian art, in Asia, art is the essence of life and stability. Chinese art needs active participation of the viewer, both physically and mentally. Yes. Today we have to start from page 36. This concept is expressed as sun, shui, literary mountain, water, which used together represent the word landscape, more than two elements of an image. These represent two complementary poles reflecting the Taoist view of the universe. Yes, dear student, this concept is expressed as sun shui. ये जो कंसेप्ट है, ये जो व्यू है, ये जो तस्वुर है, ये इजहार जाहिर किया जाता है सन शू और लैंडस्केप. लिटरेरी लिटरेरी माउंटेन, लिटरली माउंटेन वाटर. लिटरेरी it means mountain water. Yes, which used together represents the word landscape. जिसको आप एक साथ रिप्रेजेंट किया जाए तो ये वर्ड रिप्रेजेंट करता है लैंडस्केप. मोर देन टू एलिमेंट्स ऑफ एन इमेज. इसमें क्या आते हैं, एक इमेज के दो एलिमेंट्स, दो आंसर. दीज रिप्रेजेंट टू कंप्लीमेंट्री पोल्स. ये रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं टू कंबाइनिंग पोल्स. यस, रिफ्लेक्टिंग द टूइस्ट व्यू ऑफ द यूनिवर्स. दे रिफ्लेक्ट, दे शो द टूइस्ट व्यू ऑफ द यूनिवर्स. Yes, the mountain is young, reaching vertically towards heaven. Reaching vertically towards heaven, stable, warm and dry in the sun, while the water is yin, horizontally resting on the earth, fluid, moist and cool. Yes, dear students, there are more than two elements of image. These represent two complementary poles. They reflect the Taoist view of the universe. ये कायनात का जो डोइस्ट व्यू या नजरिया उसका उसका इजहार करते हैं. द माउंटेन इज यंग. माउंटेन उसको कहा गया है यंग. रीचिंग वर्टिकली टुवर्ड्स हेवन. ये पहुंचता है वर्टिकली, इट मीन्स अपवर्ड्स. ये हेवन की तरफ जाता है. इट इज स्टेबल, इट इज वार्म, इट इज ड्राई इन द सन. What? The mountain or young. While the water is yin, water is shown as yin, which is horizontal and resting on the earth. It is fluid, it is moist, it is cool. So there is a clear comparison. Stable, fluid, warm, moist, dry, cool. Yes. The interaction. Yes. Okay. The interaction of yin, the receptive feminine aspect of universal energy, and its counterpart yang, active and masculine, is of course a fundamental notion of the Daoism. हाँ, यहाँ जो डोइज्म है उसका जो कंसेप्ट है उसका तस्वूर है वो दिखाया गया है हाउ यस द इंटरेक्शन जब इंटरेक्शन होती है यन की yin you know it is what they are receptive it is yin is it is receptive it receives it is feminine aspect of universal energy ये feminine aspect है universal energy का yes and it is counterpart और इसका जो counterpart है it is counterpart is young which is not it is not it is not receptive but it is active which is not feminine but it is masculine is of course a fundamental notion of Daoism. ये Daoism का एक बुनियादी basic notion concept view या तस्वर है. What is often overlooked is an essential third element. What is often overlooked? What is often yes? What is often neglected? What is often neglected? अक्सर क्या neglect किया जाता है overlook किया जाता है is an essential third element. वो एक तीसरा element है that is important that is essential. The middle void, the middle empty space where their interaction takes place, where these yang and yin interact. Yes, their interaction takes place, occurs. This can be compared with the yogic practice of uh, pranayama. Pranayama. हाँ इसको कंपेयर किया जा सकता है विद द योगिक प्रैक्टिस ऑफ योगा यू नो yogic practice of pranayama that is breathe in retain breath out yes breathe in means inhale retain and breathe out means exhale the suspension of the breath is white where we held our breath where we suspend our breath it is the void here lies the void where meditation occurs where meditation occurs meditation means deep thought or think deeply yes and just like our rishis our saints do the meditation the middle void is essential the middle void space empty space it is essential oh the middle void is essential nothing can happen without it no no work or no action can take place without it. So this middle white part it is essential. Hence the importance of the white unpainted space in Chinese landscape. So we see in Chinese landscape or paintings we see the middle white space. It is essential. It is important. It is importance. So this space it is white it is white it is unpainted space this area this is unpainted in Chinese or Chinese painting yes just let us move to the next para this is also where man finds a fundamental role in that space between heaven and earth he becomes the conduit of communication between both poles of the universe. This is also where this space is also where man finds a fundamental role, where man has a basic role, where man has an essential role in this space, in that space between heaven and earth. इस space के दरमियान जो heaven और sky and earth के दरमियान है, He becomes the conduit of communication between both poles of the universe. He, he here refers to man. He becomes the conduit. Conduit means channel. Conduit, it also means or way of channel of communication between whom? Between both poles of the universe. That is yang and yin. Yes, his presence is essential. Man's presence is essential, important, unavoidable, even if it is only suggested. Though it is suggested only, far from being lost or oppressed by the lofty peaks. Though it is far from being lost, being missed, or oppressed. Oppressed means, yes, oppressed means, yes, oppressed means subject to harsh treatment. Yes, subjected to harsh treatment, or in Urdu we can say that is magloob. That is magloob, that is not ghalib. Yes, oppressed by the lofty peaks. It is oppressed, it is subject to harsh treatment. ये दबाई गई है. Lofty means very high peaks, जो बहुत बहुत ऊंची चोटियां हैं. He is in he is in Francois Chang's wonderful expression, the eye of the landscape. Here he refers to man. Man is, in the words of Francois Chang's wonderful words or expression, the eye of the landscape. It means it is the view, it is the look of the landscape. It is the scene, it is the eye, it is the look of the landscape or painting. Yes. Uh, Now, uh, let us see what is getting inside, outsider, or getting inside, outsider, or. Dear students, when French painter Jean Dubuque mooted the concept of art brought in 1940s, the art of the untrained visionary was of minority interest. Uh, yes, in 1940s, when French painter Jean Dubuque mooted means debated. He made a debate or discussion on the concept of art brut. The art, what is art brut? It is the art of untrained, unskilled vision, untrained, those who were not provided training, visionary, those visionary people was of minority interest. Little interest was paid towards it. From its almost veiled beginnings, from its almost veiled beginnings, outsider art has gradually become the fastest growing area of interest in contemporary art internationally. From its almost veiled means covered or hidden beginnings or starts, outsider art, it slowly became the fastest growing area of interest. It means most interest was paid towards it in contemporary art internationally. That contemporary means of the same age, contemporary art means the art of the same age internationally. It means it was given interest on the international level or worldwide. This genre is described as the art of those who have no right to be artists, as they have received no formal training, yet show talent and artistic insight. This genre or this form of art, it is described as of those who have no right, जिनका कोई हक नहीं to be artists, as they have received no formal training, क्योंकि उन्होंने रिसीव नहीं किया कोई फॉर्मल, कोई कन्वेंशनल, कोई नॉर्मल ट्रेनिंग, यानी रस्मी तौर उन्हें कोई तरबियत हासिल नहीं किया, yet show talent, they have abilities, they have capabilities and artistic insight. They have artistic insight, or what we say artistic sixth sense. Their works are a stimulating contrast. उनकी जो काम है ये उबारने वाला, stimulating, उकसाने वाला जो है contrast. You know what is a stimulation? Stimulation what causes a response. So systematic contrast to a lot of mainstream offerings. Mainstream, mainstream, yes, mainstream. Here it means conventional. Yes, mainstream it means conventional or normal. Yes, normal offerings जो थी उनके लिए उन्होंने बहुत सारा कंट्रीब्यूट किया. Around the time Griffith was propounding his concept, उस टाइम के अंदर जब ये जीन ग्रिफिथ क्या कर रहे थे, प्रोपाउंड कर रहे थे. यस, प्रोपाउंडिंग मीन्स पुटिंग फॉरवर्ड, यानी वो पुट फॉरवर्ड कर रहे थे, पेश कर रहे थे अपना तस्वर, अपना कंसेप्ट इन इंडिया. इन इंडिया में क्या हुआ, इन इंडिया एन अनट्यूटर्ड जीनियस वाज क्रिएटिंग पैराडाइज. हिंदुस्तान में एक अनट्यूटर्ड मीन्स अनट्रेंड, एक जीनियस, एक काबिल शख्स, वो क्रिएट कर रहा था पैराडाइज. years हाँ years years ago the little patch of jungle that he began clearing to make himself a garden sculpted with stone and recycled material is known to the world today as the rock garden at Chandigarh. हाँ, 100 साल पहले जो लिटिल पेज, एक छोटा पेज था जंगल का, that he began clearing, जो उसने शुरू किया साफ करना. किस लिए, to make himself a garden, कि वो खुद बनाए एक बाग, एक garden sculpted with. Yes, sculpted means created with stone and recycled material. हाँ, जिसको उसने क्रिएट किया स्टोन से और जो मेटल उसने रिसाइकल किया था उससे, इज नोन टू द वर्ल्ड टुडे. आजकल वो दुनिया में जाना जाता है एज द रॉक गार्डन एट चंडीगढ़, यू नो, यूटी. यस, इन इट इज 80-year-old creator director Nek Chand is now hailed as India's biggest contributor to outsider art. इसका जो 80-year-old क्रिएटर है, प्रोड्यूसर है और डायरेक्टर है, जिनका नाम है नेक चंद, अब उसको हेल किया, इज नाउ प्रेज्ड एज इंडियाज बिगेस्ट कंट्रीब्यूटर. हिंदुस्तान का एक बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूटर, बड़ा रोल अदा करने वाला टू आउटसाइडर आर्ट. इस आर्ट में, आउटसाइडर आर्ट में, यस, हाँ, यस, आउटसाइडर आर्ट. द 50th issue spring 2005 of Raw Vision, a UK-based magazine pioneer in outsider art publications, features Nek Chand and his raw garden sculpture Woman by the Waterfall on its anniversary issues cover. Yes, ये उसका 50वां इशू है, 50th इशू जो निकला है स्प्रिंग का 2005 में, किसका, रॉ विजन का, जो एक यूके बेस्ड मैगजीन प्रीमियर है इन आउटसाइड ऑफ पब्लिकेशन में. फीचर्स नेक चंद, वहाँ फीचर्स किसके, नेक चंद के, एंड हिज रॉ गार्डन स्कल्पचर, और जो उसने रॉ गार्डन स्कल्पचर या मुजस्समा तैयार किया है, तो क्या है, वुमन बाय वाटरफॉल, वुमन बाय द वाटरफॉल उसने लिखा है ऑन इट्स एनिवर्सरी, जो उसकी एनिवर्सरी थी, सालगिरह थी, बरसी थी. हाँ, उसका जो एनिवर्सरी इशू था, हाँ, उस मैगजीन का, उसके कवर. यस, जैसे ऊपर आपको डायग्राम में दिखाया गया है या फिगर में दिखाया है, रॉक गार्डन स्कल्पचर मेड बाय ब्रोकन बैंगल्स बाय नेक चंद, उसने ये स्कल्पचर तैयार किया है टूटे हुए बैंगल्स से. यस डियर स्टूडेंट, द नोशन ऑफ आर्ट बर्ड और रॉ आर्ट वाज ऑफ वर्क्स दैट वर इन देयर रॉ स्टेट एज रिगार्ड्स कल्चरल आर्टिस्टिक इन्फ्लुएंस. जो ये नोशन था, कंसेप्ट था, तस्वुर था आर्ट बर्ड का और रॉ आर्ट का, ये इट वाज ऑफ वर्क्स दैट वर इन देयर रॉ स्टेट, ये वो वर्कर्स थे जो अपनी खाम या क्रूड स्टेट में थी, एज रिगार्ड्स कल्चरल आर्टिस्टिक इन्फ्लुएंस. जैसे जब हम रिकॉर्ड करते हैं तमद्दुनी या आर्टिस्टिक फनकारों का जो इन्फ्लुएंस उस पर था, एनीथिंग एंड एवरीथिंग, हर चीज़ या कोई भी चीज़, फ्रॉम ए टिन टू ए सिंक, एक डिब्बे से लेकर टू ए सिंक, एक चलमची और एक ट्रक, टू ए ब्रोकन डाउन कार, या एक टूटी कार का, कुड बी मेटेरियल फॉर ए वर्क ऑफ आर्ट. वो मेटेरियल बन सकता है, सामान बन सकता है, किसके लिए, जो भी वर्क ऑफ आर्ट हो. समथिंग Nek Chand हैज टेकन टू डिजीइंग हाइट्स, इसको नेक चंद ने क्या बनाया है, हाँ, डिजीइंग हाइट्स मीन्स उसने ऐसे उसको बनाया है कि ये इंसान को इमेज करता है या हैरान करता है. Recognizing art as an outstanding testimony of the difference. All the difference a single man can make when he lives his when he lives his dream. When he lives his dream. Yes, dear student, recognizing his art. जब उसके आर्ट को रिकॉग्नाइज किया गया, माना गया, तस्लीम किया गया एज एन आउटस्टैंडिंग टेस्टिमोनी, एक आउटस्टैंडिंग हाँ टेस्टिमोनी, एविडेंस, प्रूफ ऑफ द डिफरेंस. जब हम फर्क करते हैं, सिंगल मैन कैन मेक, जो एक शख्स बना सकता है, क्रिएट कर सकता है, व्हेन ही लिव्स हिज ड्रीम, जब वो अपने ख्वाब को हकीकत में बदलता है. द स्विस कमीशन फॉर यूनेस्को विल बी ऑनरिंग हिम. जो सिविल कमीशन किसके लिए, किसका था, यूनेस्को का. विल बी ऑनरिंग हिम, वो इसको ऑनर करेगा, एजाज देगा बाय द वे ऑफ यूरोपियन एक्सपोजिशन ऑफ हिज वर्क. बाय वे ऐसे जो यूरोपियन एक्सपोजिंग थी या नुमाइश थी, एग्जीबिशन थी, उसके जब उसके जो चीज़ें थी, उसकी जो मतलब वर्क्स थे, सॉरी उनकी नुमाइश की गई. द 5-month इंटरेक्टिव शो, जो 5 महीने का इंटरेक्टिव शो था, रिलम ऑफ नेकचंद. रिलम ऑफ नेकचंद उसका ये नाम दिया गया. बिगिनिंग अक्टूबर, जब ये शुरू हुआ अक्टूबर में, विल बी हेल्ड एट लीडिंग म्यूजियम. हाँ ये शो हेल्ड हो जाएगा, दिखाया जाएगा कहाँ पे, जो लीडिंग म्यूजियम है, अजायब घर इन स्विट्जरलैंड, बेल्जियम, फ्रांस एंड इटली. कहाँ पे, स्विट्जरलैंड में, बेल्जियम में, फ्रांस में, इटली में. यस डियर स्टूडेंट, द बिगेस्ट रिवॉर्ड इज, अब इसमें सबसे बड़ा एजाज क्या है. द बिगेस्ट रिवॉर्ड इज वॉकिंग थ्रू द गार्डन. सबसे जो एजाज है वो इस बाग में जब हम चलते हैं, एंड सीइंग पीपल एंजॉय माय क्रिएशन, जब लोग इंजॉय करते हैं जो मैंने क्रिएट किया है. नेकचंद से, ये नेकचंद के अल्फाज हैं. क्या है नेकचंद के अल्फाज? द बिगेस्ट रिवॉर्ड इज वॉकिंग थ्रू द गार्डन. जो सबसे बड़ा एजाज है वो इस बाग में वॉक करना है. सीइंग पीपल एंजॉय माय क्रिएशन, जब लोग देखते हैं मेरी क्रिएशन क्या है. जैसे यहाँ है रॉक गार्डन मेड ऑफ ब्रोकन बैंगल्स बाय नेकचंद. यस, in the Suri Hindustan Times, 28 August 2005. Yes, dear student. Let us try to do what? Understanding the text. Contrast Chinese view of art with European view with example. Let me cite few examples, or let me give you all hints. Chinese work, जो Chinese view or work of art है, उसमें क्या है, to achieve the essence of inner life and spirit. For example, Yu Ghazi painting. अब दूसरा है यूरोपियन व्यू ऑफ आर्ट जो है, इट एम्स टू क्रिएट इल्यूजनिस्टिक लाइकनेस. फॉर एग्जाम्पल क्विंटिन मर्कीज पेंटिंग ऑफ द फ्लाई. यस, द सेकंड पार्ट एक्सप्लेन कंसेप्ट ऑफ सन शुई. माउंटेन वाटर, which when used together represent the word landscape. Yes, it reflects the duist view of the universe. You know already. Question number 2, part first. What do you understand by the term outsider art, or art and art brew or raw? Yes, dear students. Outsider art, it means art by untrained artists. Art, but you know, it means art in raw form, with respect to their cultural influence. Yes. Who was the untutored genius who created a paradise, and what is the nature of his contribution of art? Yes, he was Nekshan of Chandigarh. He created raw garden. It is an example of, it is an creative example of raw art. Yes, dear student. Now, for example, the question, what is the language spoken in Flanders? You know, fully Dutch, French, and German. Yes, working with words. The following common words are used in more than one sense. For example, panel. You can use in many ways. Stereo, brush, SNS, material. For example, studio, it can be artist studio, it can be studio of a photographer, it can be studio, it can be a dancing studio, it can be a film studio, it can be a study apartment. Likewise, you can use other words, uh, other words, uh, according to their meanings in different ways, in different contexts. Yes, dear students. Now noticing form. In noticing form on page number 39, you have to know the conjunctions. Conjunctions you mean words, words which join. Conjunction is a word which joins two words, two phrases, two sentences. For example, here word as has been used as conjunction. Now, what is our job? Our job is combine the following sets of ideas to show the contrast between them. European art tries to achieve a perfect illusionistic likeness. Second, Asian art tries to capture the essence of inner life and spirit. तो हम इस तरह कर सकते हैं while हाँ while जो पहला पार्ट है while European art tries to achieve perfect illusionistic likeness, Asian art tries to capture the essence of inner life and spirit. You see why we have used while. Second, the emperor commissions a painting and appreciates its outer appearance. Second, the artist reveals to him the true meaning of his work. Yes, even though even though हम पहले पार्ट के साथ लगा सकते हैं even though the emperor commissions a painting and appreciates its outer appearance. Second part के साथ it is the artist who reveals. तो ये हमने conjunction लगाया it is the artist who reveals to him the true meaning of his work. Third, first part, the first sentence, the emperor may rule over the territory he has conquered. The artist, second part, the artist knows the way within. Yes, even though the emperor may rule over the territory he has conquered, it, it is the artist who knows the way within. Thanks, dear students. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.